Hello together. In this video I will show you how to do some web scraping. So web scraping is to take a web browser and to navigate the browser to a website and then to do some inputs and some outputs, get some outputs. So it's like a remote control of the web browser. I will show it on the Translate Google website. So this is when I type in here something, mein Name is, for example, my name, and on the left side you see here that's the German stuff and that's the English stuff, and this is done by Async. Async means at the moment when I give it in, then the system makes, in this case, get and set here, and it gets the result on the other side. So it's async. It's not a return stuff. So in this work, in this time or in this example, a web client does no job. So we need a web browser. Okay, now I showed you the same stuff on my first on my running WPF example. This is my example, and I say here, and invisible is here's a browser, and I say, my dear web browser, that's WPF web browser control, navigate to this site. And then I say, okay, do some translation, and the stuff inputs some value, the text inside this first block, and then it gets it reads the stuff outside, which is in here on the right side. So it's done in async mode. So what have we to do in this point? First, I created WPF application, and inside the application I dropped web browser control. You will find the web browser control in the toolbox. This web browser is a little bit different to the former web browser, which is in Windows Forms. The Windows Forms web browser is not that great. For example, when you try to navigate to this translation side, then the code will not do its work. So here on WPF, system is running. So those browsers are a little bit different. And then I say, okay, I get a button and a second button, and I say on the first button, okay, for example, start. And that's say here button start. And when I view that code, I will see here button start says this control, which is called where is it? Control browser, CTL browser, navigate to this to the translation website. That's the URL of the site. And as you see there, I found out google.com, and the question mark HL is language, home language is English, and it will translate with hashtag German to English. That's a preset. And then I say, okay, what will we do with the translate button? Now that's the great stuff. When you use here the, oh no, I don't have to use it. Yeah, MSHTL. You have to implement here. You have to implement the reference Microsoft MS-HTML, and as soon as you have reference to made a reference to that stuff, then you're able to load the document. So the document inside there is, when you have the browser opened, the inside document is a HTML page, and we get a document. Here it said HTML MS-HTML document with the name doc, and we said, okay, my document is this one, which is active in the browser, and it's not only reading the stuff like a string in the web client, it's interactive. So for the first moment I said, okay, do a translation, set the translation. Set the translation is when I read the stuff in a doc, then I may say, my dear doc, get element by ID source. So when we have a look on there, and we will see there that's a text area with the ID source. Where we say here, document get element by ID source of the type HTML element, then I may say the inner text is this one. And as soon as I do this, when I set this, I don't have to set any actions. The system goes out, because that's not a string, it's the document itself. It's the same as I would type something in here. When I type in here something like here on the developer side of developer view of Google browser or Chrome browser, then it does the interaction immediately. Okay, now I said do a task delay of 1 second. So this is done as a await, async await. So I had to say, okay, here make an async task out of that. So you have simply to write in async there, and then you may say await this, wait, and do anything else, or all the other stuff. Wait 1 second, and then I said, okay, read until the document state is complete. I had to say this 1 second delay, because when you set a translation and then the system you try to get out, then the document state is still complete, and it needs a little bit time, a delay of maybe some microseconds, and then it goes out, and then it waits for the actual time to starting time of 5 until max 5 seconds, and then I get the translation, and the translation is again, give me the result box, and there I would say, okay, give me the inner text. So when we run this stuff again, I open the website, and then we do the web scraping, taking some stuff there. I said, okay, type something in and get something out. So this is a simple way how we make some web scrapers, web browser remote controlling. And I hope I could help you at this point. And if you have some questions, do a like first, and then give me ask me on the comment bar.